So what on earth should we be posting about, whether that's through our podcast, videos that we're creating, or even just social media posts? It's a tricky question that often comes up, and I know I certainly have asked myself this many times and do still from occasion to occasion. But how on earth do we get an idea about what to post about when we're trying to promote ourselves and what we're doing, or our business and services that we're trying to attract customers with? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience with that, some ideas that I've picked up along the way that hopefully will help you. And if it does help you, then do consider giving me a like and a subscribe as I go on my journey with content creation, with hopefully growing an audience here on YouTube. But also, part of the reason that I'm doing this video in a one-take wonder is because I want to improve my public speaking, not only to remove some elements of the editing when I'm going through the process of creating a video or even a podcast episode, but also because I love the idea of delivering more live sessions. And there's nothing worse than when you're talking to somebody or you're listening to yourself back, which I've done many times, and you hear yourself saying and quite a lot. And it's something that I covered in my last video, but what I'm going to do is try to do this as a one-take wonder, to just catch myself, to see how many times that I'm an but also to try and remove that practice, because all it is me psychologically thinking I need to tell you that I've got more to say instead of just taking a breath and slowing down. So let's see how I get on. I'll put a little countdown there with any ums and ers that I happen to use within this video. But getting back onto the main topic, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I come up with ideas, but first of all, why we should consider what it is that we're posting. Now, personal posts, especially when we're promoting ourselves, our services, or that of the business or the company that we're employed by, is what the name of the game is. We're trying to promote what it is we're doing. But we are also trying to create a rapport with people. So I do believe there should be a mix of personal and more business-like posts. Now, it doesn't have to say, and it does not mean that we should just be selling. We're not just going on there to sell, 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 sell. If you've ever heard the wise words of Gary Vee, and I haven't read his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook, but I understand the principles of that and certainly heard a lot about what he says on this topic. But the first thought here is that we shouldn't be always trying to pitch people and sell people. We should be giving people something of value and something interesting that will help them no matter where they are in our relationship with them, whether they're brand new to us speaking to them. And if you are brand new today, then consider giving me a subscribe. It's free of charge, of course, but it gives us that ability to start a conversation and to hopefully build a relationship that will develop into something else. Now, this idea is something that I have heard before. I heard the likes of Gary Vee talking, and that was from an audio book that I listened to, and I listened to it because I'm notoriously terrible at spending time sitting down and reading. But this book, Utility, come up with the idea and shared some experiences of other people who grew their business based on helping people and actually providing a service for people for free on the internet to build their trust. And a great example of this was, I forget the exact name, but it was a swimming pool company, and they were losing sales, but they were getting loads of hits on their website. So instead of just pitching information about their products and services, what they were doing was that they were just being useful for people. They were just answering questions for people. And that's how their website started to grow. And guess what? Because people were going there to find out information about questions they had before they were buying, aftercare questions for swimming pools, then whenever they needed a service relating to installing a new swimming pool, they would be the company that they chose. It is a really fantastic book, whether that's audio or actually book format if you want to consume those, and I'll try and link it down in the comments below for you. But taking that concept is something that's helped me in the past and something that I'm deploying at the moment. I'm trying to talk about and to offer content out there that I think will be useful for people, regardless of whether they're interested in whether I'll be able to help them. And also, I'm thinking about what it is that I perhaps would like to have consumed, having been in this position and starting to think about what on earth it is I should be saying. So another technique that I've heard and I think is really useful because I've deployed it too is coming up with an avatar and coming up with a persona for that person that it is you're trying to speak to. Now, you can go into a level of depth of thinking about whether they're male or female, what interests they have, what age they are, what kind of things they are doing on a day-to-day basis, and really build up a profile of this person. And some people even give them a name. So it's more relatable and they can actually think about what this person would like to hear. Now, if that is all well and good and you've got that persona and you're thinking about how you would talk to that person, but you're still a little lost for ideas, what I would do is brainstorm and just write down anything that you are thinking about that you'd like to share based upon your knowledge, expertise, and what it is that you are hopefully going to be convincing people to come and do business with you. The last thing and the last suggestion that I would offer within this video is that if you have got that list of topics but you're still a little bit unsure of how to approach it, is go into a website called askthepeople.com, and this website gives us a whole range of questions that it frames around a couple of phrases. Now, it is recommended that you just type in a couple of words based upon what it is that you're trying to share, and it will give you suggestions for topics that people should be talking about. Got distracted there. So hopefully that's helped you, and hopefully that's given you a few ideas on how you can communicate and how you can generate ideas on what it is that you want to say. I hope this has been of use, so do please subscribe and give us a like if it has. Give us a thumbs down if you think it's been terrible, and hopefully I've not ummed and erred too much. If you want to hear more from me, then check out one of these videos. If not, have a great one, and I'll catch you soon.